admitted to the city.
Gods, this is the first time in 200 years I've seen these streets in the sunlight. You can forget just how much color there is in the world. Yes, of course. Obviously. Sorry, did you want something?
The bustle here takes some getting used to. Crackling fire and a tresson for company is usually more my speed. Still, we must flow with the current we find ourselves in, however tumultuous it may be. If you've need of me, I'm glad to help.
Welcome to the lower city, where Baldur's Gate truly comes alive.
I made it back. I'm here. Thank the gods. Thank the gods.
This is the city proper, is it? I didn't expect it to be so outrageously ordinary.
Baldur's Gate. You know, I never quite believed I'd actually make it back. Wasn't until we got within reach of Worm's Crossing that it felt real. It's so strange. I don't remember much of it, yet I can't help feel like I know it. It feels like home. I suppose it is. Though the chance to savor the moment might be brief, given all that still lies ahead of us. I may have to rely on your local knowledge to plug the gaps in my own mind. Hopefully, I'll remember more than I expect to.
I received a dispatch from the Grove. Life carries on there in our absence, just as nature intended. My chosen successor, Francesca, has proven to be a wise choice. Perhaps the wisest I ever made as Archdruid. One grand victory may not be enough to absolve a host of small failures. That is where true leadership lies. Not in winning a single vast battle, but in fighting 1,000 smaller ones. Making 10,000 difficult decisions. Finding balance where none seems possible. Day after day. I was all too eager to surrender my responsibilities towards the Grove. Perhaps I was never meant to be Archdruid. To be a leader. Still, though, I cannot help but wonder if there was more I could have done. Perhaps, Oakfather willing, I may yet have the chance someday. Forgive me. The Shadow Curse occupied me so entirely and for so long, I almost missed the purpose it gave me. Now I must find a new one. The belly of the city. How many people are born, live, and die within these walls, without ever seeing the depths of nature's beauty for themselves? I shudder to think.
For who?
My daughter! How many times do I need to say it? You sent word about a lead, said that I should come see you about it.
Of course, madam. Let me just... Forgive me, why are you here?
Is this some kind of sick joke? Do you have any idea what I've been through these past few days? My daughter Vanra, my little girl, she's missing. Stupid, useless fist said she had a lead, but she must have been stuck in Dream Mist or something.
Madam, tell me. You said she was taken from a tavern?
You catch the barest tendrils of magic coiled around the flaming fist.
Yes, the blushing mermaid down by the docks. I told you 100 times. Why aren't you listening?
Someone or something has tampered with her memory.
What were we discussing?
What is happening? I feel like I'm going mad.
Nonsense, I'm fine. Madam, tell me why you're here, and I will assist.
God, you're right. Something's wrong with her. Can you help me? I've no family, and Vanra's father isn't around. The Flaming Fist was my last resort. I'm so afraid. I'm so tired. I've been looking night and day everywhere I could. You will? Thank you. I haven't slept or eaten since she disappeared. I'm terrified something has happened to her. Her name is Vanra. She's 7 years old and has red hair, like me. We were in the Blushing Mermaid when she was taken. Just up by the docks. No, unless you count a couple of old drinking mates at the next table. But they'd be no help. They barely remember their own names. I was sober, though. I swear. I stop in the maid for a drink sometimes. But it was only a quick one. Of course. The front of house, Bosun Gannet was there, and the owner of the Blushing Mermaid, Captain Grizzly. Neither lifted a finger to help me look. It was awful. Thank you. I'll head home. Can't stand being around these idiots any longer. Come find me the moment you hear anything.
I apologize for the hassle that woman caused. Such time wasters and troublemakers are a plague on the Flaming Fist.
Blaise Portier is perfectly fine. She's simply under tremendous pressure. There's nothing to worry about.
Shrine in the city, located in the Storm Shore Tabernacle, if my memory serves me.
Do whatever you need to. But I shan't be paying my respects to any of the gods on show.
You never felt the call of the divines, darling?
Oh, I tried them all. None of them answered.
It's been some time since I stood before her in a place like this.
See an altar dedicated to Tyr. Tyr, the blind god, offers justice to all, innocent and malefactor alike. The law dictates what is right, be that reward or retribution. Your knowledge of religion isn't extensive enough to tell you more. You see an altar dedicated to Helm the Vigilant. Helm the Watcher is a guardian god, dedicated to the preservation of order. Many turn to him in troubled times. Make your donation to him and you'll likely feel more vigilant, more resilient to the unexpected. see an altar dedicated to Selûne. An inscription reads, "Let all who worship the changing tides of life and knowledge feel the blessings of Selûne. Trust in the purity of my light. See the constancy in its inconstancy, and you will be guided aright. Goddess of the moon and stars, her words and light have long helped wanderers to find their way. Perhaps it could help you too." You see an altar dedicated to Mystra.
Whatever you want with this idol, I prefer we make it quick. Not sure I'm comfortable catching Mystra's eye, even if it is made of stone.
Mystra, mother of all magic, is the patron of wizards and often called upon by other spellcasters as well. She's said to be a jealous goddess. Your studies of religion don't suffice to tell you more.
Trust me, it'll take a lot more than a few gold pieces and some fervent thoughts to convince Mystra to break her silence. On my account, at least. Commune with her as you see fit. I've no wish to stand between you and any inspiration she might deign to offer.
Greetings, child of faith. Be welcome to the Stormshore Tabernacle. You have come far, I perceive. How may I serve you this day? I am Vicar Humbletoes, guardian of the Stormshore Tabernacle. I keep the peace in this sacred place and guide those in need. Here, clerics may commune with their gods, and even hear their responses, if they are so favored. I am also granted the power to provide holy resurrection through sales of revivification scrolls. Of course, my child. Within limits. Behold my wares.
This altar isn't dedicated to a single god, but instead acts as a conduit to many. Your god is one of many, and in this place you sense a spark of its mighty divine flame. It reads, "Show your devotion with an offering in your god's name. Blessings may follow."
They don't seem terrible. I wonder if my old things are still there. They could be of use to me.
Hold up, citizen. This is a crime scene. No admittance.
The fella's fit.
Halt, civvy. Turn back. This is an active crime scene.
Hold on, Thornhill. I'm tired of standing here. The fella's been up there for ages. Some diversion would be welcome.
Constable Devella said she wasn't to be...
Investigator Valeria outranks her. As you were, civvy. Fair warning, though. She's in a foul mood.
Playing with cats, especially lazy lumps that won't catch rats. Damn rats. Oi, you! I thought I asked you to clean the rats out of this cellar yesterday already. Hop to it. Get in there. Really? I could have sworn you were an adventurer. You look like an adventurer, and you talk like an adventurer. So you must be an adventurer. Adventurers have to get their start somehow. You haven't got the spirit of a hero in you if you think you're above killing a few rats. Oh, go on. Nothing better to practice your skills on than a few rats. The Sturge fricassee, I guess.
Hello, servant ape. Would you kill those rats, please? Their presence vexes me.
Stelmane's parlor. A place to receive clients and informants. I wonder if it's as I remember it.
I wonder if any of these rooms are available to rent.
Oh, bollocks! I told those idiots not to let anyone through. You. Name, rank, and reason for interrupting an active crime scene. For your sake, the last one better be bloody good. To fetch her another bottle of mead, no doubt. Yes, I'm Devella, the unfortunate colleague. Unless you've got useful information, leave me to my work. Duke Stelmane's dead, and I've got to find who killed her. God, that's it. Proof that I was right. I've been working on an assignment, see? A research project of sorts. I knew my conclusions were sound. But this... I never expected this. I'll tell you what I know. A century ago, there was a man. Saravok Anchev. He was a child of the god of murder, Baal. He ruled the Iron Throne. A dark tower hiding a darker secret. It was the front for a deadly arms-dealing network. There, Saravok amassed an army and sought to become a god. Under his stewardship, the Baal Temple was revived. And with it, the Baal cult itself. Fortunately, the temple was destroyed. And to cleanse the city of Saravok's memory, the Iron Throne was torn from its foundations and cast into the Chionthar. For most, that was the end of it. But cults like that don't disappear overnight. That list you spoke of confirms I'm right. The Baal cult is back. And someone is out there, continuing Saravok's work. God save us all if you're right. But I believe it. Whoever it is, they're intimately familiar with Saravok's work. The brutality of the killings is on a par with Saravok's own. But there's something more here. Something new. There's a reference to these murders. A certain flair. It's as if they were done in worship. The precision of the cuts. The depth, the execution. The best butchers in Faerun couldn't make a cut like that. Trust me, I've asked them. I tried to explain all this to my superiors, but they wouldn't have any of it. They told me to drop it. Told me the city doesn't need another conspiracy theorist and to get back to doing my job before they find someone else to do it for me. But you're not bound by such constraints. Oh, help me out here. Help the city out. I bet if you follow the trail of these murders, you'll be able to unearth the truth of this resurgence. There are patriarchs on the murder target list. I'm oath-bound to secure them first, so I'll be heading to the upper city next. While I'm there, the other potential victims will be at risk. Could you warn them? Not from round here, are you? We're in Baldur's Gate. This is just how things work. Thank you. That's all I can ask, and more than I hoped. Once I'm done with the Patriarchs, I'll head to Basilisk Gate to have another go at convincing my superiors to put some resources into this matter. Meet me there if you've anything more to report. And good luck.
Ask my wife why she was the wizard. She said, mate, we can keep casting it all night long. What's it up. That's what she said.
What's that?
Strange bottle. Even stranger smell.
It's you! Look at us! We made it to the city! We made it to the Elf Song Tavern! And are you? Never thought I'd live to perform for the greatest audience in the realms. The entirety of Baldur's Gate. Larissa lets me practice up here when she's on shift downstairs. She's too good to me. But you... I have a bone to pick with you, oh brave adventurer. Big trouble. The most trouble you've ever been in. I've decided I'm not going to perform in the Elf Song. Mainly because only the Elf Song itself is allowed to perform. I'm going to open up a school of bards. The best in the realms. To usher in a new age of magic and musicianship. And it's because of you that I dare to dream big enough. Thank you. That means a lot. I wanted to tell you first because, well, you inspired me to do it. Here. My very first lute, tuned to perfection. Thought you'd appreciate it when I'm rich and famous. Take care, my friend. Thank you for helping a bunch of ragtag tieflings in a druid's grove find their way home.
We're playing with cats. Chef Revere still hears squeaking. Why do you not kill rats? Rats too tough. No, I need them rats taken care of. Here's the deal. I'll keep a lookout for murderers. You murder the rats.
The cellars are just down the stairs. There, you'll find my old lodgings.
Battle of wits.
Torment! You're getting close. The wine cellar. There's a hidden door that leads further in. The mechanism to open it is somewhere among the wine racks.
Better not be cursed.
On the other side, you'll find a passageway, known only to those invited to do business.
Another step forward. That might be worth a look. All right, what now?
The psionic detector's been activated. There must be Gith hostiles nearby.
Voss is waiting beneath the city. We'll apprise him of our progress once we have the Orphic hammer in hand.
Lae'zel, glad you could join us. The Kithraki have spread word of that artifact that you carry. Tell me, Lae'zel of Kalir. What reward do you think the astral prism will fetch once I pluck it from your corpse and present it to Vlaakith? What honors, what riches will the Undying Queen grant me when I hand her the failed prince?
Stand down. I protect the prism on our queen's behalf.
The Undying Queen cares not for who delivers her the prism and the traitor prince within. All that matters is that it is delivered. The false heir's head will make a fine trophy for Vlaakith. As for you, I will leave nothing behind but meat and shattered bone. Damnable whelp. For 1,000 years I have given my life to Vlaakith. I will deliver to her the Prince of the Comet. She shall exalt me. The Gish will record my great deed in slate. Chamar Zala Vlaakith!
Torment! Vlaakith is relentless. You handled it well. Let us hope she exhausts her forces soon.
That's curious.
My old home. Thank you for bringing me back. Look around. You'll find some of my things still intact. Perhaps even useful to you.
That's curious.
A recipe for fiddlehead soup. A favorite meal of mine. When I had need of meals like that.
That might be worth a look.
The chains I use to bind my meals. Villains and lawbreakers. You see, I tried to exercise morality where I could. My old sword. My first purchase as an adventurer. No use to me anymore. It's yours, if you want it. A shell. A keepsake from my final voyage. Pinched in a moment of sentimentality.
That's curious.
My old wardrobe. The home of all my disguises. We are what we appear to be, and so appearances matter.
That might be worth a look.
My cutlery set. A gift from my mother. The butter knife is missing, but otherwise it looks to be complete. I don't need it anymore, but the memory stirs something in me still.
You kill the rats, yes? I heard commotion in the cellar. Good. Perfect. Here, you take this. And do not worry. Chef Revere's eyes will be kept most peeled for murderous knaves. Playing with cats, especially...
Karlach, you're looking well.
Would be a lot better if you'd find a way to fix this engine, Damon.
I haven't stopped trying, but all roads lead to a dead end. Sorry, I didn't mean...
Never mind. Glad you're all right in any case. Nice forge you've got here.
Best I've had in years. Mistress of the house lets me operate from here for a fair price. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't happy.
Good. Someone should be.
Certainly. Shout if you need anything else.
God's damned hypocrite! The Blade of Frontiers, all pomp and empty oaths. The Sword Coast's most dashing fraud. I trusted you. I believed in you.
Floric, what are you on about? What is this?
Lady Mizora told me everything. How you slaughtered your own father. How you crave his power. I thought you were going to save him. But you abused his current state to get rid of him. You mean to make the city bow to you, and you alone.
That meddling ghoul. Floric,
Save it. My duty is to Baldur's Gate, and it holds no place for Ravengard's treacherous spawn. The Blade of Frontiers, hero of the Sword Coast, and his own father's killer. I can barely believe it. At ease. By the living gods, I believe you. What darkness has fallen upon us? Will, there's something you must know. I should have told you sooner, but I'd hoped somehow your father would return to us. He knew about the Absolute. I thought little of it at first, but he realized the danger before anyone else did. He understood that if the cult were successful in raising an army, Baldur's Gate would be doomed. Before the Absolutists abducted him, he told me that should he fall, I must seek you out and give you this message. Your father trained you in the ways of great champions. You are to use those lessons to wake the worm under the city. He is oath-bound to answer your call and come to our aid. A bronze dragon, yes. He sleeps beneath us even now, awaiting a hero to rouse him. The worm goes by many names. Ansur, the waiting storm, the heart of the gate. He promised Baldur he'd protect the city if ever its existence was threatened, but just the once. Since then, the city faced countless threats, but the Baldurians overcame them all. There was never any need to call upon the worm, but this time, things are different. This is the greatest threat Baldur's Gate ever faced. Your father was right. We need Unsur's help. With him gone, the worm's awakening now falls to you. Take this. The legend of Ansur, an ancient epic, ill-remembered, dismissed as a mere tale. Let it set the path before you. Thank you. In darkness, I see your light. I will go and assemble any allies I can find. When the battle horns call, we'll stand ready. Unleash the worm, Will. Let his tempest swallow the Absolute and its allies. Good luck.
Curse that rotten devil and her forked tongue, trying to set Floric against me. She's a damnable inferno of chaos. What matters now is that Floric saw sense, and we know our path forward. We'll finish what my father couldn't. We'll awaken Ansur, the heart of the gate. I do, and so did my father. Go on, read the legend of Ansur. Then we can plan our next steps.
Under Worm's Rock prison. But what's this if a true hero's spell?
It was another day in the City of Lies, Baldur's Gate, where the people begged for justice until they starved. Two heroes were fated to cross paths that day. Their eyes met. Destiny was calling. Strangers? Only in a fool's definition of the word. It was the start of something incredible. Two heroes on the hunt for justice, no matter the cost. All the Tall One had to do was say yes. The Tall One had passed the first test. The second would come when they were ready, and not before. When would they be ready? Only the Tall One and Fate truly knew.
We'd have better luck with a guild.
I need a quick word.
I got lost. And then when I found Mummy and Daddy again, they wouldn't get up. I shouldn't have run away. I'm just sorry.
Little un found his forks gutted. Didn't see it happen, though, thank the gods. City's home to some proper sick bastards.
Oh, poor kid found his parents like this. It's a tragedy, yeah. But it's not like we can look after him.
Let's see what this does.
That smoke powder smell. It smells so good.
Faces, hands, and eyebrows. How do we protect them?
Watch for wind direction. Put on your gloves. And a light at arm's length.
Very good. And what does Uncle Falogir always say?
Once it's lit, you commit.
Excellent! Now remember, Falogir's Fireworks accepts no liability for singed nails, toasted eyelashes, loss of limbs, scalded torsos, or blown off heads. Now, you there. What can I do for you?
You feel an all too familiar squirm in the recesses of your mind. He has a tadpole.
Aha! A fellow friend of Gortash. Praise the Absolute. I have a special sample, available just for you, if you wish. This one will be very useful against any and all enemies of Gortash. Be sure to be clear of its explosion area. Please enjoy responsibly, and nowhere near this establishment. Is there anything else I can do for you? What else? I don't know what you mean. We're purveyors of smoke powder. Anything that can be lit, flamed, or fired up. Smoke powder is a beautiful mistress. She will not be limited to one form, and she is quite malleable in the right hands. What are you really asking, friend of Gortash? Aha! You must be Arthur's friend. Keep your voice down. Yes, yes, he's just upstairs, but only one flight. If you get to the top, you've gone too far. Browse as irresponsibly as you like. Just don't tell the other customers.
What's up for discussion?
Head on up. Your uncle is waiting for you upstairs.
Another friend of Felagir? All right. Just remember the top floor's off limits, password or not. Looking to buy a little something extra, then? That could not be less of your business. Smoke powder in its earthier forms. For purists only. Don't jostle any of the merchandise on your way out.
Pressure steady. Are we at temperature yet?
Ah, you look like someone who can probably read. Can I interest you in a copy of the Baldur's Mouth Gazette? Please buy one. Oh, she's very busy. I think she's made new friends in the city. I'm going to join her there when the gates open. I'm new, that's all. I just need to practice. It's a really good paper, though. No spelling mistakes in it or anything. Thank you. My first sale. I can't wait to tell Mole.
With a flick of the wrist.
Over there.
Shouldn't go wandering in dark alleys. Very dangerous hobby. Gets people killed. Why, you're Farling's friend. She said to let you in. Funny little gnome she is. Always laughing at me. Even when I don't joke. Come, I'll let you in. My pleasure. In you go, before I change my mind.
They're all on the same side.
Wow, look who it is! Glad to see you in the city. Hope you found plenty of coin in Ketteric's coffers. Ready to do some business? I survived the hells when Elturel fell. Compared to that, slipping out of Moonrise was child's play. Oh, I've got a few ideas. I'll be running this whole place in no time. Ready to do some business? Sure is. We work for Fetcher, handling what you might call pre-owned goods. Talk to Sticky. He'll cut you a deal.
Why, hello there. We were just about to try some of Master Metzley's delightful wines. Would you care to join us?
They do look ever so tasty.
Ah, Mrs. Highbury, I prefer to conduct tastings individually, so I may assess your palate.
Call me Cora, Master Metzley. And I'm afraid I must insist on their joining us. Wine's no good without company, after all.
No. I must say, if this is a practical joke, it's not very amusing.
Why, a serial killer? Oh, that's terrible. Master Metzley, are you quite all right?
It was perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You have sullied it with knowledge, made it an unclean sacrifice. I will remember your face, and I will peel it from your skull should you interfere again.
More victims will appear in his wake unless he is stopped.
Nice day for a walk.
I still can't believe... Why would anyone want to kill me? Thank you for saving us.
Still can't believe what that horrid man wanted to do.
Let's talk. It's not just a legend. It's a history. Consider this. To Wormway 'neath prison's deepest level. That must mean Worm's rock prison. That's where we'll find the entrance to this Wormway. Then this. With the shock of a true hero's spark flickers, the torches are light, and Worm's eyes shall awake a glitter. To open the way, we'll need to spark torches. This dragon Onsor was Baldur's ally. We'd be fools to let him sleep while the Dead Three's chosen raised the city.
They say that home is where a person can be their truest selves, without guile, without pretense. You did well to see off the Githyanki who had invaded mine. And now that you have seen where I come from, you know all there is to know about me. At least, all that matters. The flavors of my favorite fiddlehead soup, should you wish to experience it for yourself. The very first reward I gifted myself on completion of my first adventure. The garments with which I concealed and later constructed my appearance as the Emperor. We spoke of my relationship with Duke Berlin Stilne, a story I have told no one else. I have no more secrets from you. No need to resort to subterfuge. We are true allies now, working towards a common goal. By necessity, not design. But I'm glad you appreciate the richness of my experience. Yours has been no less exciting, but even with all your experience, it has not been easy. The only way we were ever going to get close enough to the brain to destroy it was by working together. But few would trust a mind flare. So I did what I had to convince you. I studied you. Your motivations, your actions, your desires. I deduced the best way to align your goals with my own. Perhaps. But I couldn't take the risk. An elder brain leaves no room for error. I needed your absolute dedication to the cause. I anticipated the challenge, and I anticipated your resistance. What I didn't anticipate was how much I would Enjoy your company. Your mind. Sometimes, I felt almost like we were dancing our way towards something deeper. Would you like that?
The back of your mind warms with a rush of feeling, the Emperor's feeling. Heat, care, arousal. You feel its breath merging into yours. Cold, smelling faintly of vanilla and garlic. Its breathing quickens as you pull in close to its face, its excitement palpable. You pause a moment as a thought occurs to you. Where is a mind flayer's mouth? A memory stirs. Diagrams in a book you read long ago. A mind flayer's mouth is underneath the tentacles.
I can make this easier for you if you like. My other form might be more familiar for you to navigate.
Everything you ever dreamt of and more. The single greatest experience of your life. Pleasure upon pleasure, as mind and body intertwined. It was hard to tell where thoughts ended and feelings began. You can read the Emperor's expression better now that you've connected on a deeper level. You know it feels the same way. It seems the tadpole allowed you to share more than you would have liked with your companions.
I said I'd protect you from the Absolute, not each other. And I was distracted. Don't worry. I'll make sure they don't remember a thing. Come. It's time to get dressed. We have work to do. We have communed with our minds entire at the deepest level. What else is there to say? We are bonded now, and it is time to consummate love with war. The Elder Brain's hive mind has grown to monstrous proportions, and through the Crown's magic, It has complete control over each and every member. It was intelligent before, but now, with its hive mind established across the city, it is well on its way to becoming indestructible. You should reconsider your attachment to your physical form. You have seen what an Olympian can do. You have experienced the pleasure for yourself. Imagine some of that could be in your grasp. Not enough to warp your appearance beyond recognition, but just enough to enhance your potential. It would make us even more compatible, as well as radically increasing our chances of success against the Elder Brain.